day before. That's kind of important because what we are doing is helping out Mayo Society, Mayo businesses, and Irish businesses in general. So in conjunction with the ball, we're going to be holding that. It's a round table, Friday, September the 27th. The topic is Brexit opportunities and challenges for the business community. Matt Crawford, the CEO of Park Ohio, he'll moderate the discussion with expert panels, including Alan Ahern, who is the director of the Whitaker Institute and professor of economics at the National University of Ireland, Galway. Also, Dr. Scott Moore, Associate Dean of John Carroll University, Peter Hines, who is Mayo County Executive. He will be also speaking, and also John McGee, who is the head of Enterprise Mayo in the west of Ireland. It's going to be an incredible business conference, so anyone that wants to go to it, let us know. You can give me a call, or you can call Shannon Day at 216-409-7572. 216-409-7572. It doesn't matter that she's getting married next weekend. I'm sure she'll take your call anyway, even in the middle of the service. She will not hang up on you, I can tell you. So call her. Shannon Day is the number, 216-409-7572. Okay. Big weekend coming up. That, of course, is the 29th. We're working on making a connection with England right now. I've talked to Martin Lee. There's been a lot of changes taking place in the last few days, actually, in the House of Parliament in England, and it's kind of chaotic over there at the moment. So I want to get Martin's take on all this stuff and to talk a bit about Brexit. It's really the hottest topic in the world today, no question about it. So we're going to try and get on the phone to him. At least we thought we could get on Skype, but we're having some problem with our Skype here at the station. So we'll be doing that. So stay tuned. You're going to hear some interesting comments from Martin Lee all the way in the south of England. That's coming up soon. But in the meantime, the hottest topic in the studio right now is two wonderful musicians, and that's Samantha McNamara and Brian Bigley.
Morning, Gerry.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Great to,
It's been a while.
have you both with us.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes. You're both working hard in the music, and I see you're all very busy, which is a great thing for the city of Cleveland. But I brought this in especially this morning because I always like to feature local artists. I think it's important. So I found this old CD, and it's called "Come to the Fair," an Irish music compilation. And on this, you have it probably. Do you have it? Gabriel McCoy is on it, Dermot Somerville, Francis Quinn, Caroline Kilbane and Tom Byrne, John McConnell, Tom McCaffrey, Billy Chambers and friends, Pat Quinn, Four Times. A few now I don't remember.
Yeah.
The Feehan Brothers, Tweecher, I can't remember those, but then Alec and Darby's Folk and Tap the Bow.
I remember that CD was always in my CD player when I was a kid.
It's a great, and it's been around a long time.
It is,
so I think every Sunday from now on, I'm going to feature at least one of these.
That's a great idea.
One of these
That's
on the
great.
radio. So I think it's so important for us as a radio program to feature our local artists as much as we can, because we have some incredible talent here in Cleveland.
We sure do.
And,
Yeah.
and you are two of them.
Well, thanks.
You are.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You are really.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do first?
We'll play. How about a couple of jigs?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
Couple of jigs.
I always like the jigs. You know my favorite, but you do
yeah.
do
So
what.
we'll do a couple of jigs that we played in Chicago with our Cayley band called Rambling House. Rambling House Cayley band. We took third prize at the Flan Chicago earlier this year.
Were you at that, Samantha?
Yeah.
I sure was, yeah.
Samantha
Oh.
and Mickey were both in it, and my wife Kristen, and Francis Quinn, and who else did we have? Katie Cooper was on the piano, and Pat Nicky Custy. We had all the great trad musicians from Cleveland we had in our Cayley
one
band.
of the things you didn't mention. One of the things you didn't mention there, Brian, is that one guy that left us,
Yeah.
that left Cleveland and moved to Chicago.
We don't mention him anymore.
We won't mention him. And his group came in first, didn't they?
I would say we don't need to talk.
Rascals.
You didn't need to bring that up there.
Oh, yeah. That was Pat Quinn.
No, they have a great band there. So they got the first two bands were both from Chicago. They had the Broken Pledge Cayley band, and what was the name of Pat's Cayley band? I forget.
Oh, I don't know. If it's not from Ted, I don't remember.
Yeah, good answer. Good
I
answer.
think Pat was in the Broken Pledge.
Oh, maybe it was,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
Joe that wasn't.
Oh, it was Joe that was in the second.
I think the Cook County.
Joe Kilroy
Kaylee
from Cleveland, of course. He was in the band from Chicago that took second. But anyways, here's the jigs that we played. They're called, what are they called? Henshey's Delight.
And the Boys of Tananigee.
You got it.
I don't know where you
Oh,
come up
nice,
with the names.
My grandfather's from there.
Right off the top of your head all the time. All right, fire away.
1, 2, ready, go.
another one while you're at it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
We'll
You're not wore out, are you?
Depends on how much you're paying us for this.
That's right. It is extravagant.
He's
so
worn out.
We'll play you the reels that we played in Chicago earlier this year.
Yes,
The first one is the Palmer's Gate.
You're making that name up, aren't you?
No, not at all. I got that from the playing of Dervish, actually.
Okay.
And then we'll go into The Godfather,
Yes,
which is also
Sinead
called,
is going to be here, yes.
also has another name.
The Godfather. He's got to be
Godfather's
Italian.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, an Italian reel.
Yeah. Yes, the ball
Yeah.
and staying in the Continental
1, 2,
Hotel.
ready, go.
That's great stuff.
Thanks,
Great
Gerry.
item.
Oh,
Let me go over here. I want to talk to Samantha. I know she wants to talk a bit about her school.
Oh, our Lucas.
Yeah,
Her school.
absolutely.
Samantha,
September
tell us
29th.
about this new music school you have started.
So the McNamara School of Irish Music is starting lessons actually coming up this month, and we're gonna have
Okay, great.
group lessons, some specifically for kids, and then also some group lessons specifically for adults. Right now we're in 2 locations. One is the Linehan School of Dance, and we're going to be there on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then our adult classes are going to be out the Westside AA on Wednesday nights. So if you're interested in learning some Irish music on any instrument at all, well, I don't teach rhythm instruments yet, so no guitar, no piano, but if you want to play a melody instrument, then I can help you out with that.
Yeah. You can even teach a person to play the dobro. I heard that Jerry Douglas is one of your teachers.
That who?
Jerry Douglas, probably
Oh.
the most famous dobro player in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Out of Nashville. Actually.
Yeah.
Does a lot of stuff with the Chieftains
Okay.
through the years.
Good.
So the school has started already now?
No, our first lessons kick off next week, actually. So
Okay.
we're.
And you can teach anybody, just about. Even the person with a tin ear.
That's true. Yeah, I have written a whole new method, and I've got books and recordings shortly to come. I've got some rough recordings that we can work with until the official CD comes out. But
It is a help though if a person has a good ear for music, but you can.
yeah.
Technology is there to be able to teach people.
You know,
to don't-
it helps if you've been listening to Irish music, but I have taught plenty of people. In fact, when I was first learning how to play Irish music, I couldn't play by ear at all. I was married to reading sheet music, and I couldn't play by ear to save my life. But I worked really hard at it and learned, and that was in my 20s. I couldn't when I learned how to play by ear. So.
So what she's saying is even the likes of you, Jerry.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on out to the Westside
I
AA.
have trouble telling the difference between a train whistle and a tin whistle.
That explains a lot.
It sure does. It sure does with some of the music I play here on the radio.
That's right.
No, I stay with the good stuff most of the time. But again, I like to have all kinds of people on the radio. I think it's important that we do that as a community
Yeah.
radio. And Samantha, where's the station at? I mean, where's your school at? Where's it located?
Well,
It's
yes.
on the west side.
Yeah, so our kids' classes are going to be on Monday and Tuesday evenings at the Linehan School that's
Which is located-
in Westlake.
Is there an address for it?
It's at Detroit Road and Dover Center, right
Yeah.
at the corner.
All right, so if somebody wanted to contact you, how would they do so?
They can look at my website, which is mcnamaraschool.com, or they can send me an email at mcnamarastrings@gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 216-245-8723.
I think most people will be doing the McNamaraSchool.com, right?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really easy to remember, and I think it's a great opportunity for people to, in the Cleveland area. We had several music schools through the years here,
Yes.
and I'm glad you guys are bringing it back now again. I think we need.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's been kind of a lack of music teachers here for the last few
Yeah.
years, and now a lot of us have young kids.
Right.
Brian and I both have
I'm-
kids about the same age, and
What I do notice, though, Samantha, is a lot of people like you, teachers like you, have a classical background in music.
some do. Yeah,
How do you?
I definitely do. Brian here does not,
That's right.
that I know of.
Yeah,
But-
I've come. We've kind of done the opposite. I've come into classical music later in life, and you've come into Irish music later in life. And
Yeah.
So, there's definitely benefits to both, and having access to both disciplines is really helpful. So,
Yeah, yeah. There's great things about both disciplines, definitely.
yeah.
But
And I think too the more teachers there are in the Cleveland area, the better off everybody's going to be, and
Yeah.
and better off the tradition will be for music and dance. And as we've seen with the dancing, there's so many great teachers out there. Kathy Linehan and Tessie Burke and
Sheila Murphy,
and as well as Pat Campbell and his wife
Yes,
Rebecca,
Pat
and
Campbell,
it's just a great group of people, and lots of great teachers, and so the dancing has really thrived, and hopefully we can do the same thing with the music in Cleveland.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hey, listen, can you stick around a while?
Absolutely.
I got
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can talk
I
about
gotta
the
pay
Christmas
some
show.
bills here.
If you want
Yes.
to give away some tickets today, we'd be happy to do that.
I saw it on Facebook.
Okay, cool.
Stand by.
Jerry, I just wanted to say,
Catch you, Mark.
We're trying to get on to England to talk about the
Okay.
Brexit thing.
If I can, just before we get started, I might just mention that our tickets for our Christmas show are now on sale.
I know.
The show is going to
Selling
be.
well.
It's selling well already. We've sold about over 100 tickets already, and so all the best seats go first with these things. And so it's going to be December the 8th at 3:30 p.m. It's a Sunday afternoon matinee show, and maybe later in the program we'll give away some tickets.
Yeah, I've already got my tickets.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Thanks to Dr. McNamara for buying a block of tickets there. And,
On the front row,
on the
nonetheless.
front row, no less. That's right. So here we go. Here's a couple of tunes you might hear at the show. 1, 2.
the concert coming up. I know it's important, and you also have something else, another concert, don't you?
We've got a couple of things going on, yeah. The December the 8th at the Medina Performing Arts Center. That's our big Christmas program with Tom Foley telling stories, and we'll have Emer Arkins back is singing and playing the fiddle.
She's wonderful.
She's great, and delighted to have her back. She did a lilting number last year that brought the house down, and she's just a really talented woman. And we'll have some local dancers again as well, and dancers from the Lanahan Academy, which Samantha has her classes at. And also, me and Kristen are doing a foray into producing a show out in California in conjunction with Tom Foley and Bill Coulter, the director of the show. So in Mountain View, if you happen to be in Mountain View, California on December 19th, come see us at the Mountain View Center for the Performing Arts. And so that'll be great. And we're working on a new show, Gerry, for next March, but we don't have any official announcements for that yet. But we're thinking about doing a production of an orchestral presentation of Irish music called The Brennan Voyage. And it's a piece of music that was written for pipes and orchestra, and it's kind of an uilleann pipes concerto. And so it tells the story of St. Brennan's voyage from the south of Ireland to Newfoundland. And it's a really beautiful piece. I think you've heard it before yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
By Sean, written by Sean Davey. And we're going to have some other events happening in between there, and before then we're thinking about doing a house concert in October, though we haven't anything official on that. But people can sign up for our newsletter at our website, which is kbbproductions.net. And you can sign up. There's a little box at the bottom of the website that you can put your email address into, and we'll give you updates on a monthly basis or so about the different events that we have going on. So.
And if anybody wants to learn to play the pipes, you can teach them, but you also even can make a set of pipes.
That's right, yeah. In fact, the order list is growing and growing, so I'd love to make you a set of pipes if you're interested in such a thing. Often, Highland pipers, when they're retired, they like to get into a kind of pipes that are a little bit quieter, that they can play in the comfort of their own house without the wife giving out to them. So
yeah, they do have the pipes, the smaller pipes.
The Scottish small pipes. Yeah, that's right. Those are a direct relation to the Highland pipes. But the uilleann pipes are a nice alternative bagpipe as well. They there's lots of Irish music happening around Cleveland. If you get good enough, you can show up to a session and play some music with Irish musicians. And
as I mentioned there, I mentioned Gabriel McCoy.
Yeah.
One of the great pipers. Gabriel can play rock and roll on the pipe. He's an incredible piper.
Yeah. So if I can interest you in a set of pipes, I'd love to make one. I've got a website for pipe making. It's brianbigleymusic.com. There's also a couple of recordings that you can stream off the website there, and some pictures of the pipes that I've made. And got lots of things going on. So come check us out.
All right, let me play a song here from my computer, and we're going to come back. If you guys listen, can you stick around?
Sure.
Yeah,
Samantha,
a little bit longer.
We'll talk more about the music school and all Irish music in Cleveland.
Sounds good.
Very important.
Thanks, Gerry.
Here's Alec T. Gabriel and John Delaney together, and it's called Emigrant Eyes. Did you know this is not even an Irish song? We've kind of claimed it as
adopted
our
it.
own.
It's a good one.
But it's a great one. I actually heard Willie Nelson singing it the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's written by two guys named Murrah and Clark.
Okay.
Guy Clark.
Are they Nashville composers?
Oh, famous songwriters. They've written a lot of stuff. But, here's his Emigrant Eyes. You have this.
I haven't seen it in years, Gerry.
Oh, it's.
Where did you dig
that
that
out?
out?
Did you ever see it?
I have not. No.
Oh God, you gotta. Did the music school put that out or something? Or
Yeah, I think it was the
I'm
school put it up. Was he able to contact him, JC, or did you tell him?
Yeah, you send him an email, you send him a message on Skype.
Okay, good.
You get that back.
Golden assignment was swarming
And that Alec and Darby spoke on there, that was my son Pat, and Alec and Peggy doing it.
Colors of Europe,
Okay, thank you, thanks.
on fire with the hope of it all.
Nice.
My father's
We should
own
do that more of
father's
that in Cleveland, I'm telling you.
Oh, it would be
We
great.
do it all the time.
It'd be fun to do
Little
another
recording
thing
together.
now.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Turn of the century
Yeah.
pilgrims.
But you know, musicians are, and I mean all of you.
Sometimes
I'm not a,
when
thank
I
God,
look
I'm,
in my
thank God I'm not a musician because I'm one of the family, you know.
Anything
I know
you need
You know what it's
some more?
Very
Oh, no, okay, thank you.
independent,
and I can't hold
Yeah, that's good.
difficult, stubborn
I
as
see
you.
starting
Why haven't you made a CD? Well, you know, it's hard to get the guys together and the musicians together. And Patrick, you gotta try it a bit harder. You gotta work at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, you know.
They were standing
There's a little session that's Gormley tonight, which maybe,
Yeah, we
maybe
should-
a lot of
Give a shout out to that
Sure.
session.
Okay. I got, what's her name, called James Kilbane. She wants a James Kilbane song for James's cousin, Karen. And wish her a happy
Which
health.
one did you want?
Anyone, just any James Kilbane. Your favorite promoter.
carrying everything that he owned.
Sometimes when I look
I was trying to think of a way to get Kaylee band together.
at
Maybe we could just get together and play some tunes.
Yeah, so I was thinking about having a session at the house
Oh, good.
on
I see starting with nothing.
Eddie, turn this number
I want to say it was
Isn't that an older person or a younger person?
I don't know.
maybe the 29th of September.
Thank Heaven for You is a nice
Funny, I
one.
think we were thinking about having something
Um,
to play that too.
60
Yes.
There's nothing going on that
I
day.
had been
60762.
last
Give
week,
that to Andrew.
Okay.
and we had talked about
Okay. What's Anne's surname? Mary.
the fourth Sunday or fifth
Mary-
Sunday of the month.
Mary.
The last
Mary.
Sunday of the
Listen to
month,
them.
doing like
Okay, I think it's Mary Kay.
sessions.
That's what
New
the
tune
she's that.
session.
Oh, right.
She's the obnoxious one that comes in, when James is getting him jobs and
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind
what's her name? I can't think of it.
pushes all of us to
Mary
Yeah.
something.
Do a little bit of work. Yeah.
I can't think of it.
the week before.
Mary.
Come up with something.
Eh,
I need to learn
It is, yeah.
I know.
It's over.
okay.
The thing is that
And I can't
I
hold
find it so much easier if you have
I see starting with nothing
Yes.
and working hard all of his life.
Yeah, or if
So
I
don't
don't know,
take
for me
it
it's
for
also kind
granted.
of
Say
you're regularly
grandfather's
playing
immigrant time.
music with people that
So
are
don't
interested in
take
you
it
too.
for granted.
You know,
Say
if
grandfather's
you're
immigrant
in that
time.
culture,
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
then it's more inspiring.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. That's true.
So.
New Barley Corn and Grandfather's Immigrant Eyes here on the Irish Show on WHK and on the internet at WHKradio.com. We're going to get Daddy in just a minute, or do you want to say it now?
Well, I may as well say it now. Okay, we got a special coming up. This is for James Kilbane's cousin, and we're gonna wish her. She's going into the hospital, so a healthy and very quick recovery. Mary sent that in, and James Kilbane is going to sing.
That's after I play these commercials. You know, the
Yes.
bills come first. I have to pay the
I know.
bills.
When it's always the dollar with you.
That's why he doesn't pay us anymore.
I know. That's it. I need a raise.
They're always complaining around here. It never stops. Listen to this. O'Neill Healthcare. Here's John O'Neill.
Elderly mom or dad, look no further. O'Neill Healthcare has been
Dollars
providing
first.
outstanding elder care on Cleveland's west side for more than 50 years. Whether
You gave
needing
that to
assisted
me
living,
for- to play
memory
your
support,
wedding.
independent
I
living,
don't think I've played it
skilled
since
nursing,
then.
hospice care, dialysis,
Still got
It'd
the
be nice
rehabilitative
kicking around
therapy.
somewhere.
We
Yeah.
are here for you. Our
If we
team
wanted
of
to play
Take me a
physicians,
minute to
nurses,
relearn it.
and therapists deliver personalized care with compassion and quality
There
for
It's indeed.
Maybe not
peace
today.
of mind, knowing they are with
We could do the focus
extraordinary
next.
people who provide exceptional care.
We could play some
O'Neill
games.
Healthcare is always improving the care of older adults and is the trusted choice for your loved ones. For more information about O'Neill Healthcare, or to schedule a
That tune
tour
that's fresh in the
at
store.
one of our 5 facilities, please contact us
Meaning to
or
watch that too.
440-808-5500
Yeah.
or visit us online at o'neillhc.com.
Yeah.
That's right, folks. When you think of healthcare or nursing home care, remember O'Neill Healthcare.
Take the next step to a
So
better
Jerry, I got second at the
and
Fla.
custom fitting with the latest technology. Golf
Jerry,
Tech has 6 area locations.
I got second
Your
at the
golf
Fla.
game goes further
Huh?
with
I competed
Golf
at the
Tech.
Fla,
So
you know,
learn
while I was
Northeast
over
Ohio's
there.
Golf Tech
Did you?
locations.
I got
Go
second.
to golftech.com.
So if you want to talk about it, we can. I'm not going to talk about it.
Proven results.
Are you gonna go back for the win?
If I happen to find it.
It's 17 minutes past the hour of 11 o'clock here on the Irish Show on WHK. Hopefully we'll be hearing from Martin Lee in England to talk about Brexit. I'm anxious to hear what's going on. Chaotic in the British government these days. The whole Brexit situation is going crazy. Brian, do you know that?
Oh yeah,
Well, you've been
non-stop.
watching it. I'm sure Samantha has too. You've been keeping an eye on it too, huh?
Yeah,
It's a crazy world, isn't it?
So the big
It's
thing in
wild.
Ireland right now is the issue with the border, right?
That's part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big part of it.
And
but,
so they tried getting an agreement as part of the agreement. So they call it the Irish backstop, where they would keep the border open.
which nobody
even though-
seems to understand.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's such confusion
So much confusion.
about this.
Yeah.
And
There's so
and
many
Martin-
factors at play too.
Martin has a good take. And one of the first question I'm going to ask him when he calls
Yeah.
is this: why is the EU so intent on the UK staying in the EU? And I know he's got the answer.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a really good reason for it.
I think it
They
has something
never-
to do with the your favorite word of the day, the dollar, right?
The
Or
euro.
pound,
The
in this
euro.
case. The euro.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the money.
All about the money. And,
Be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, but they, hopefully hopefully we'll be able to. We're trying to make the connection now. I don't know. We're trying to get it on Skype. The phones are not cooperating, and he's listening.
Yeah. Okay.
He's listening in England right now.
Ah.
So I know he's enjoying your music, and my sister-in-law also. She's listening.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that my sister-in-law is questioning authority on British parliamentarian
Is she?
stuff. She's
Oh.
very, very good. She understands
Talk about
the history of the parliament.
Maybe you should get her on the phone.
Yes, she won't. I asked her. She would. She won't do it.
She won't do it.
She'd talk your ear off one-on-one. If she was
Yeah.
sitting in the studio here with us, you couldn't stop her from talking about it.
Right.
But put the microphone in front of her, she won't do it.
Yeah, I get that.
Jerry, I'd like to hear Martin's take on Parliament removing some power from Boris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
they-
that's my sister's now. That's what she knows a lot about.
Well,
So
hopefully she'd
I'd
get
love to
on.
get her on, but she won't.
Martin's going to know about it too, though, of course.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Martin does also. But he's got he's got a YouTube channel, and he's a narrator on a lot of stuff. He writes all kinds of things for YouTube. He did an incredible show on Stalin, the life of Stalin. He did one on Julius Caesar, and he did one on Bora Bora and Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah.
He's a writer
Very cool.
by profession, so hopefully we can get him on. 19 minutes past 11 o'clock. By the way,
Yeah.
you won something at the Flacule in Drogheda a few weeks ago. You didn't tell me about that.
No, it's.
Tell us all about it now.
Well, so I was in Ireland with the family in August there, the first couple of weeks, and we stopped in a place called Drogheda, which is about 60 miles north, I'd say, of Dublin.
Yeah, right.
And lovely little town, and they were host of the Flacule this year. That's basically the World Championships of music for Irish music. And I signed up for the I was talking earlier about the Cayley band that competed in Chicago earlier this year, and that's where you go to qualify to compete at the Fla in Ireland. And so while I was there, I did 2 competitions other than the Cayley band, the slow airs for pipes and just the general pipes competition, and happened to be the only person to compete in the pipes at all in Chicago. so qualified for Ireland, and so when we were there in Drogheda, they held the competition at a little college outside of Drogheda. So we had to catch the shuttle back and forth from city center to the college, but it was nice though, and they had nice facilities and lots of great music going on. And there were, in fairness, there were about 10 pipers from all over the world that were in the competition, and including a guy called Alex Navarre from Brazil, representing the Brazilians. I don't think there were any other Americans, but for me. And then there was a fella from Japan who was signed up for the competition, but I don't think he actually showed. But in the end, I came in second place out of the 10 pipers, and
Not bad.
had a lot of fun talking to the guys about pipes. And the fella that got first was called Rory, and I forget his last name, but he was from Belfast. Really fantastic
You know, a
piper.
great piper from Belfast is John McSherry.
John McSherry, of course. Yeah, Robbie Hannon is another one, and yeah, the's lots of great pipers up in Belfast.
Leo Rossum, he must be about 150 or so now.
Yeah, he wasn't at the competition,
No,
anyways.
no, but when I was a kid, he used to play the Ellen pipes
Oh, yeah.
on the radio all the time.
Oh
He
yeah,
was
yeah.
most
He's
fan-
the
you
king of
know,
the pipers. The king of the pipers, Leo Rosen. Yeah, a great pipe maker as well. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. A great experience. It was the first time competing at the Fla in Ireland for me, so it was a lot of fun.
That town is famous now for the Fla, but you know what else is famous for?
No.
It's one of the towns where Oliver Cromwell slaughtered the entire town.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
he killed I don't know how many thousand people. He
Unbelievable.
killed them all.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they were Catholic.
And there was also something to do with did the Normans invade back in even earlier than that?
Oh, we got Martin on the phone.
Oh,
He's-
okay, good.
He's on line 2.
All right.
Put
he's,
the overhead speaker